I think there's a couple answers to this. I think, first of all, there's this idea sometimes in corporate environments that there's a pretty wide scope of performance at any given level. And so I think this bar sometimes is not so much that the bar is rising, but that it's actually just a pretty big bar. You were at the lower end of the bar, and now you're at the middle part of the bar, but you're not at the high end of the bar. And the high end of the bar is when we'll really talk about promotion. So keep going. The bar keeps rising. When really the bar is sort of where it is. It's just that it's a really big bar. Keep going. I think there's a second piece, which is sometimes it is just tougher times at a company, or things have changed in terms of the expectations of the role. And so people come into you and say, I'm doing the same things that I used to do before, but I'm not having the success that I had before. And I think sometimes it's really easy for us to say something like, the bar keeps rising, when really what happened was that the environment around the bar changed, and now you need to change. So maybe it used to be enough to speak to 5 customers a day, but now with different changes in the systems, they're expecting you to talk to 10 customers a day. And it can feel unfair because of that shift, and maybe sometimes it doesn't even totally make sense to you because what they did change doesn't really help you talk to 2x the customers. But ultimately, that very specific kind of idea may be contributing to this idea that the bar is rising. Again, a broken record on lots of these recordings, but I would suggest asking for details. Like, what do you mean when you're saying the bar is rising? Does that mean X and Y? I'm thinking maybe it does, but I want to make sure. Okay. And the last thing is that it may just be corporate speak. It may not have a lot of anything behind it. It's interesting that sometimes we get attached to these phrases that mean almost nothing, except it's not time yet to talk about promotion. Your performance still needs work, and I want to see these improvements from you. So unless you literally see them put out job documentation that changes the role, probably the bar is where the bar is, and it's just all this kind of swirl around it that's actually the part that's rising.